Hello and welcome to Hospitality Hot Dish, fresh from the oven. I am Kate Conroy, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships here at Hospitality Minnesota, which is a member-driven organization dedicated to educating, supporting, and advocating for Minnesota's hospitality industry. What you can expect from the Hot Dish are conversations with restaurants, hotels, resorts, campgrounds, and the allied members who support those businesses in the state of Minnesota. We release a new episode every other Thursday, so be on the lookout for those. Speaking of which, you can find the Hot Dish just about anywhere. You can download a podcast. We even put them up on YouTube. So check us out. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review so that the algorithm gets us in front of other awesome people just like you. With me today is Jay Grommesch, founder and CEO of Quality One Automation. Jay, say hi and let the audience hear your voice.
Hello, how's everyone doing today?
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So, first question is always the hardest. What is your favorite hot dish?
Oh, I would say tater tot hot dish. Kind of a big
Overwhelmingly.
favorite, right?
It's everybody's favorite, it seems. I mean, a lot of people really, really enjoy it. And the thing I'm wondering is if the recipe is the same for everybody or if everybody has a different version of it and tater tots just go on top. Like, I wonder if you can put tater tots on any kind of hot dish and it becomes tater tot hot dish.
Well, in my opinion, I think you could put tater tots on just about any hot dish and it's going to be amazing. As
That's a
long
good
as the
point.
tater tots are crisp.
Yes,
We don't
100%.
want any of those soggy tater tots. No good.
No, I totally agree with you, which also then begs the question, you have to kind of eat the whole hot dish that day, that night, right? Because leftover tater tot hot dish, I don't know.
It's not a good leftover, not like the leftovers you get with soups at second and third.
Right.
They're top notch, but not tater tot hot dish.
Exactly. Best enjoyed on the day that it was made. Agree.
So true.
All right, next question, Jay. In terms of hospitality, what is your why?
So as far, I mean, just meaning as like where we came into hospitality.
Yeah, I guess so. Like you support the hospitality industry. So how did that happen?
Yeah. So basically I joined the hospitality organization probably about 10 years ago. The current president at that time was a friend of mine, David Burley with Blue Plate Restaurant Group. And I was looking to have some growth with my business in hospitality. So with David being a good friend, I had spoke with him and he said joining the organization would be a great idea just to get to know more people, in the downtown area, people that are a part of the organization. And so he brought me into the group and it really kind of opened up my portfolio to have a lot more access to hospitality restaurant owners to be a part of, kind of that network. So,
Hmm.
I guess hand off to David for, saying, hey, here's a good route to go if you want to get to know some more people locally in hospitality. So he brought me in and introduced me to some great people that are part of the organization that are still a part of it today. So
That's fantastic. That's a great testimonial. Thank you.
yep.
All right. This is the part of the show where we usually take about a 2-second break, 2-minute break, however long a break we're going to take, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, Jay Grommesch, CEO of Quality One Automation. Next question. What is your favorite Minnesota escape?
I would say my favorite Minnesota escape is probably trying to get up to the Brainerd Lakes area.
Hmm.
Always loved, hunting and fishing up in that area and then love that part of the state. So any chance I can have a good reason to head north, I will. For me, it's kind of like once I get on that 494, 169 split, I kind of like exhale and go, all right, I'm on my way north. I try to get up there ahead of rush hour. Um, so it's an easier commute. But I've always loved that area up there. I've got some friends and family up there, so I do get up there quite often. And then last summer, I decided to get into the rental business. So we actually bought lake home on just outside of Breezy Point. So it's on Pelican Lake, just like 4 or 5 doors outside of the actual association. and formed a small little investment group with myself and three others. And we jumped into the rental game. So we basically closed on the property and started the renovations the same day. And now it's basically flipped and set up, and now we're renting it through VRBO and Airbnb. So kind of in that game a little bit now too. And it's, one of my favorite places to visit. So
That's exciting. Oh my goodness. So you've only been doing this since last summer, huh?
correct. Yep. We
Wow.
bought the property end of June. And yeah, the day we closed, we started renovations. So
How long did the renovation last?
basically, renovations started, well, the last day of June when we closed. And we pretty much had everything done by September 30th. So we had our first renter was October 1st, which worked out great. We've got some great reviews already, on VRBO, which is kind of how it works with VRBO. You need to have at least 3 reviews to kind of get to the top of the list when there's a search. So we've got 2 reviews now, looking for that third to happen soon. And as of right now, we've actually got every weekend through May through September 1st booked. So Thursday,
Look at you.
we're set. So yeah, the whole entire summer is booked Thursday through Sunday, which is great. So we didn't expect that rate of results, in our first 3-4 months of having it on VRBO, but with a couple of great reviews and everyone's been really happy with staying there. We got a full summer, so we're pretty jacked.
That sounds like a fantastic escape. Do you have any time carved out for yourself to use the house?
Yes, we're actually going up. My sister lives out in San Diego and she has 2 young boys. So her and her husband and the 2 boys over fishing opener and
Oh,
Mother's Day, we are heading up there. So I just have a daughter recently. She's 7 months old, Lucy Marie. So she's
nice.
joining us on the trip. And then her mom. And then my parents are coming up. And then my aunt and uncle might be joining us from Hayward. So the cabin holds 10 of us. So it'll be a full house, but we'll have 4 or 5 days up there over Mother's Day that we'll all get a chance to use it. And I think everyone's looking forward to it.
What a perfect way to kick off the summer and celebrate Mother's Day at the same time. That sounds amazing. Good for you.
Yes, we're all looking forward to it.
Nice. All right. Can you talk a little bit about what the company does and what you do as CEO of Quality One Automation?
Sure, absolutely. So, what Quality One Automation is we're a technology company. So, general contractors, restaurant owners, maybe tenant improvements, a new build of a restaurant, remodel of a restaurant. That's where Quality One would come in. More often than not, we work directly with ownership of the space versus a general contractor. A general contractor will refer us sometimes, but usually our design build or our design of the space is done directly with the owner. We are a full technology company. So what we offer is all of the wiring and then all the components that are related to technology. So wiring for phone, data, Wi-Fi networks, audio, video, security cameras, lighting control systems, anything related to like a smart home. We would also do in a commercial space. We do a lot of automated blinds, lighting control, pretty much anything you can think of other than fire alarm and phone systems. Those are the 2 things we do not offer in technology. We cover. So ownership likes having when it's one person, one company that handles all that technology. It's a whole lot easier for them in the future.
Mhm.
Often what you'll see with networks is, with restaurants, they have POS systems. Their network's down, POS is not working. So really, when they come to any issues, when it's a part of a network, you kind of have one call your local IPS provider. Let's say it was just Comcast and Quality One. That's really about it. So when you can narrow that down to your I your ISP and Quality One, it's 2 calls. And it makes it a whole lot simpler for owners, general managers, whoever's managing that site, that they don't have to call a different security provider, a different card access provider, network, all of that. And when it's all encompassed under one company, owners really like that. So I think that's, in my opinion, that's probably what's allowed us to be successful in that hospitality space, because we offer so many services under one company. It just makes it a whole lot easier for ownership to make that one call. So I
Yeah.
would say that's probably where it kind of separates us from a lot of our competition, where most of our competition does not offer all the services that we do.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to do things piecemeal. It's much easier to call one person and just have them take care of it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Love it. And what keeps you up at night?
Well, where do I start? I sleep quite well. You know, I would say what probably keeps me up most at night is my clientele base. I mean, we probably retain 92% of our client base. It might even be a little bit higher. So, I mean, a lot of our clients that we have today, Kate, are, they've been with us 8, 10, 12, 14 years. We've been in business for 21 years. So a lot of our clients are friends now. We've met
Yeah.
them through business, and I call them a friend, and they do as well. So um, it's always important for us to establish a good relationship with our clients, and often they become friends. So, we have this great customer base that we've had for many, many, many years. And it works out nice, because when they're ready to build a new space, do a remodel, they call us in, because, in the past, we've offered fair pricing, and we'd follow through with what's needed for service. And at the end of the day, it's really what the clients, it's all they're looking for. They want a fair price and follow through with what you offered. Um, and as long as we keep that rolling, I think we're good.
Such a great philosophy. I often joke with people, just can you do the thing I pay you to do? Can you just do that thing that I pay you to do? And it sounds like your philosophy is quite the same, you're just there to do exactly what they need you to do and forge a good lasting working relationship in the process because the work is quality. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, we've lost a few customers over the years, but and sometimes we'll choose to leave a customer because they're not a good fit for us. But when you do lose a customer and you don't know why, that's the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night.
Yeah, 100%. Is there anything coming up that you'd like to promote?
Anything coming up that I'd like to promote? Well, we just finished. I don't know if you're familiar with the Mason Margot restaurant downtown.
Yes, yes.
Worked closely with David and Eli on that new space they did in the old Redneck Fur building. And we offered all the technology for David and his team. And that was a fun restaurant. We had a great architect. We had a great GC. And, to see David and Eli's vision for what they wanted for the space, in my opinion, they didn't miss a detail. It's such a beautiful space. Awesome food, great cocktails. I mean, that was a fun space to do. So we finished that last winter. For larger projects that we have coming up, you know, few remodels on some breweries coming up. As far as, any larger spaces coming up, a lot of our market right now is we're into the assisted livings and apartment complexes. So
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge portion of our business now is existing buildings that have been, built, let's say 10, 15 years ago, and they're lacking technology. They
Hmm.
maybe had access points put in or had cameras put in 10, 12 years ago, but they had someone slip and fall, or they had a break in, and they have footage of what happened, but the technology isn't there with the camera, that they really have nothing to take to the police with that image. So what we're doing with all of our clients is we're, updating all of their cameras,
Mhm.
get them higher resolution cameras. So at the end of the day, when they do have those issues, they've got decent footage that they can take to the police or, bring to management if there's a slip and fall. So a lot of our business right now is, updating with a newer network that's faster. You've got your 2.4, 5, and 6, and then you've got your 5G. So uh, getting a solid foundation with a good network is what we're doing a lot for these multi-dwellings. So a large portion of our business right now is new camera systems and new networks. So we've got a lot of that going on right now. And I would say one market that we are starting to do quite a bit more with also is cell phone boosters. So what we're finding out is a lot of the clients that have these larger buildings, they have great cell coverage outside, but once you step inside, you lose it.
Oh, yep.
So what we can do for these larger buildings is whatever you have outside, let's say you have 4 bars outside for coverage and you step in the building, you've got 1 or 2. Well, with a cell phone booster system that we would install, we can duplicate whatever's outside inside. So no more stepping outside to make a phone call on your cell phone because we can reproduce what's outside inside with a cell phone booster system. So that market is really starting to take off for us also. As you can see, it just makes perfect sense when you have those needs.
Absolutely. I didn't even know that was a thing. Now, every time I go in somewhere and the service is terrible, I'm going to tell them to call you
There
because
you go. Yep.
we as humans cannot be separated from our phones anymore.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Right. It's funny. I'll make a drive through the North Loop or I'll make a drive through a warehouse district and I'll see, staff stepping out in a group of 5, 6 on their cell phones. And it's like,
Yes.
all right, I know what the deal is there. I should stop in and talk to building management.
100%. That is so funny. How can people get in touch with you if they need you to come in and take a look at their situation?
So best way to reach us in all honesty is probably a text. You know, phone number is 952-457-9041, or they can reach us at our website, www.qualityone, one is spelled out, automation.com. They can find us on Facebook also and Instagram. So those 4 ways are probably the best way to reach out and, have the conversation and see where we might be able to help them out with any needs they may have for technology.
Fantastic. Jay Grommesch, CEO of Quality One Automation. Thank you so much for joining me today. And to all of you out there listening, we will see you next time. Bye.